Hi there, this is Tyler Simpson, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about my website for NoWowie and the changes that I've made over the past couple of weeks. So, as you can see right here, this is the original version of my site that I published last Friday, or the Friday before last, and my teacher gave me some feedback on things I should change. So I have the new site here. And as you can see, there's a few changes. We'll start in the upper left and work our way clockwise. So in the old site, I have this badge here, the NoWowie brand logo, and it's here as well. And one thing that my teacher remarked on is that it's a bit small up here. So she said, I could take it into Illustrator. Luckily, it was an Illustrator file, and I could just remove the band-aids, make the canvas smaller, and then kind of outline just the words here. So I went ahead and did that, and I think it looks really nice. So we have that nice and big so everyone can see it now. And moving over here, one of the problems I had was I wanted to make the buttons turn into a home button when I clicked on them to kind of save room, because up in the top here, if you have a button up here, everything in the header up here appears on every page. And that was kind of a problem for me, because having the website in both English and Spanish means that if I have a home button up here, it can only lead to one page, the either English homepage or Spanish homepage. So right now it leads to the English homepage. I don't really have a choice in that. That's just how it is. I can't separate it by page like I have with the other buttons. Next up is, like we were talking about, the buttons themselves. As you can see, these are very flat. You can see how they look when they when you hover over them. On this one, they look a bit different. I might go back and tweak the color a little, even a little more, to get it to be the same brown. I didn't notice that it changed. So I might have it like that nice brown with the outline here as well. But I think it looks pretty nice. They do stand out and they do look like buttons now. So I think that'll be easier to kind of let people know that they're buttons. So if we click on one, you can see what changes. So if we go prices here, this is what it looked like. The prices button would turn to the home button, and then you have the video hosted. Nothing's changed in the middle here. But I've made the button turn into a photo. And I had a problem before with space and trying to get images into this area. So I was thinking, I want every single inch of space to be important. So we have to balance usability between space. And what I did before was I made the home button there to kind of save space, but I didn't have room for images sake. I tried to reserve all the room for information. But what moving the home button to the top has allowed me to do, even though it doesn't take you to the Spanish home, it has allowed me to put an image in the button's place instead. And the image will also take you to the home, but it's not going to say home on it. But it's kind of intuitive. If someone clicks on it, it'll take them to the home. So there's a different image on each one, black and white, like what was requested. I didn't have time to take my own images, so I had to use, Google Images, and I kind of found images that were of doctors that looked the same. They all kind of look like, George Clooney, like, that one definitely looks like George Clooney. But yeah, they're all, nice black and white photos. And kind of moved some buttons around to make room up here. But overall, that's I made the footer smaller as well. One of the problems that I had was that if I lower this and change my screen resolution really quickly down to 1080. Now 1080 isn't actually the most popular, it's the standard right now, which is moving up to 4K or 1440. But right now, that's the wrong one. Right now, it's a bit lower than that. It's quite low. It's something like it's a little lower than 1440 by 900. And that's kind of a problem when you're viewing the site in that kind of low of a resolution. But that's why, I have it designed for mobile as well. It'll work on mobile. It'll all scale. On this, at 1080, you don't have to scale. I did make the footer smaller so that you don't have as much of the footer taking up the screen. But note that, the footer is only there because it's a fictitious website, right? If this were an actual website, it wouldn't have a footer at all. Or if it did, it would be very, very small. So we don't have to worry about the footer. Keep in mind that I wanted the footer to be big, and I may even make it bigger again once we're out of this class, because I want people who are coming to this website actually seeking help to understand that it's not a real website. That's really, really important to me. I need the words at the bottom to be bigger than anything else. I need them to be, legible by someone who can't see very well, because it's very, very important that they understand that this isn't a real website. Because if people are searching for help, I don't want them to get stopped up on trying to find help from this website when they should be finding someone who can help them that is actually around. So it's more important to me that they understand that this isn't a real website than the website look good. And that's just how it is. But that's pretty much all the changes that I've made. And I think where it is right now is really nice. I might change the color on the button cover. But I think this is pretty solid. If I were making this my company, my own company, I'd be really proud of it. And so I really like where it ended up. So this has been Tyler Simpson, and I've had a good time in this class. So I hope I can see all of you next month and continue working with you.